Hey guys, Steven here. Welcome to the second progression of hip hinging, which will be the PVC or rod Romanian deadlift. Hopefully your rod assisted hip hinging is feeling more natural at this point. And if you've determined by taking videos of yourself that you aren't performing some of the common mistakes, then you can go ahead and move on to the PVC or rod Romanian deadlift. You're going to start by holding that PVC or rod right in front of you on your thighs like you've locked out a deadlift, with the same stance and foot position as your deadlift, feet hip width with toes pointed out slightly. Keeping your arms as long as possible and the PVC always in contact with your legs, hip hinge down until the PVC gets right around your knees. Now pretend that rod is still on your back, keeping your spine flat and neutral. When you get to your knees or just below, your hamstring should start to get tight if you haven't bent your knees. Return to the starting position by pushing your hips forward, keeping the rod flush against your thighs, and finish by squeezing your glutes. If you're struggling with this movement, don't worry, you're definitely in good company. I've had plenty of clients over the years struggle with this movement, and the problem is typically pushing your hips back. What you can do is just find a wall, take a step forward, and perform the hip hinge again, but this time you're going to try and touch your hips to the wall behind you. This gives you something physical to aim at until you get the hang of it. Practice this one daily for 5 to 6 sets of 4, and make sure to video yourself so you can check for common breakdowns such as the rod leaving your thighs. Common mistakes include rounding your back on the way down, arching your back on the way down, bending your knees on the way down like a squat, and letting the rod leave your thighs. Really make sure to practice this one thoroughly and check the videos of yourself over and over, making sure that back is as flat as possible and that rod is staying flush with your thighs, because the next variation involves adding some weight to the equation, and you really want to make sure your spine is in a neutral position here. Happy hinging, and I'll see you on the next progression.